Hello, everybody. This is Kyrix with the final episode of This Week in Kyrix for 2018. This, of course, being Wednesday, December 26th, 2018. Man, this controller feels weird in my hands. I haven't played this in, well, since I last played this, actually. I have been doing a lot of stuff on the new laptop. Some of it, just plain old gaming. Lots of it, actually, just plain old gaming. Some of it recording. It's been quite a bit of fun, actually. I have been a busy little Let's Player, and things are really starting to look up for me. Give me a second here. Mostly, let's go with the good news. I have went to vocational rehab again. I may have said last week that something came up where I couldn't finish the paperwork. Their end, not mine. Basically, my case manager is new to that particular branch, as it were, and so he doesn't have the authorizations that he had back at his home branch of being able to just authorize shit. So he had to have his manager authorize it, and the manager was out until 4, and it was like 12, or maybe it was 2:30, but either way, we were looking at a couple hours wait for the manager to get back. Best case scenario. So he basically said, just head home. I'm sorry to drag you out here for nothing. I'll call you when it's time to come back in. He actually called me on, I want to say it was the 17th? Because it was the last day that I could renew my bus pass. So naturally, I didn't really have it in to do it right then and there. But, hold on. Eisen's finally back on, not Skype, Discord. But, so I'm keeping up with that conversation here and there. But anyway, so I went up there, I want to say Wednesday. I want to actually say it was the 19th. But I'm pretty sure I did last week's episode that morning, so I wouldn't have had this information. But I got the paperwork signed, we covered a couple more things, and he basically said, okay, I am now sending this stuff to job placement services, and they should get back to me within the span of 2 weeks. Well, 15 days, but he said if they haven't contacted me within 2 weeks, contact him, because chances are it's not them being lazy, it's that something didn't go through properly. So odds are looking good that I will be either starting or really early into January with a new job. Or at least, having a lead on one. A solid, workable lead on one. And that could really change shit for me. So that's the good news. It's just looking really positive because I've got outside assistance that is that is assisting me. So it's not just me and my inability to lie on a frickin' resume, Which my inability to lie on applications, I'm pretty sure, is one of the major things that's been hurting me. Because everyone keeps telling me, dude, lie on your application. I'm like, no. For one thing, I'm a horrible liar. Great bullshitter, horrible liar. And for another thing, when you lie, there's always the risk that you'll get caught in that lie. That something will be brought up, and I'll forget that's a thing I've done. Now granted, that's happened in real life where I've forgotten actual things that I've actually done. But when it's a lie, it's worse because there's not going to be that spark of memory that jogs me back to what I'm supposed to be thinking of, And it's easier to just not go through that bullshit. But this will probably mark the end of 7 Days to Die as my This Week in Kyrix video. Unless my job allows me to get either this or my own PlayStation 4, in which case I'll probably swap over to Subnautica. Basically, for my birthday, I got a $50 Visa card. Just a little gift card thing. I had originally asked for a Steam card. My aunt said, well, I'll look for that. If I can't find it, I'll get you just a generic Visa. And And she did actually find a Steam card, but as she put it, those were for $40 and she wanted to give me 50. So, hey, I'm not going to begrudge her gift of an extra $10. Especially with me being poor. Well, as luck would have it, on top of everything else, a bunch of my shit from Steam is on sale. So I pumped that whole fucking 50 into the wallet and bought 10 new games, one of which is currently going through a refund process, that being Monopoly Plus, because it's having issues running on my computer. It's not just me, either other people are having the same problem where the sound boots up, but it's black screen and you can see nothing, so you can interact with nothing. And that doesn't make for very good game night. But let's see if I can remember the other games. I got Think of the Children, and We Have to Go Deeper, or We Need to Go Deeper, I forget which it is. Both of which are pretty much impossible to play by myself. I could, maybe if I were really good at the game, but I'm not, so I don't see that happening. Zumbinis. No particular reason other than when I was in, I want to say 7th grade, honestly, but I'd hate to think that at that age we'd be stupid enough to have problems with this. But basically, we played it in either elementary school or middle school. It probably was middle school, because I was a shitty student in middle school. And I didn't get to play it very much myself because of that. But I always wanted to. I always wanted to go back and play that. And I found an updated version. It's apparently the same minigames, because I remember pretty much all the minigames I've seen so far, and I've got like 4 or 5 of them. And so it's just me recapturing my childhood. I might do a short Let's Play of it. Very short, as so far it seems easy, but then again, it's for school kids. It was a pure nostalgia thing. I wasn't expecting any real challenge out of it. So that's 3. What else? I did Monopoly Plus, but that's being returned. I did Risk Factions, because I've always wanted to play Risk. I've never had an opportunity to actually play Risk. No one's ever taught me. I've wanted to learn for a while, because I love board games and I love strategy games, and, well, this is both. I'm still really sketchy on the rules, because it doesn't have a tutorial mode, so I'm going to have to look something up anyway. But that's a game I have. Let's see. I already had Clue. I got that as another thing. I'll get into that in a minute. Freedom Force. I actually bought Freedom Force. Actually, you know what? I can't even name all these games because I bought them in 2 different groups. I bought one with some extra money that I just happened to have. I forget where I got it, but I had $12 for some stupid reason. It might have been a refund for something, actually. I don't know. But I had $12 for some reason, and I spent like all but 79 cents of that on things like Clue and FTL and a couple other games. The big one that I got, though, is Monster Prom, which is multiplayer. And I recently was reminded by, like, the last time I played it, like, 20 minutes ago or so, that there is, in fact, an online multiplayer, so I can play with friends other than just with me doing all the commands, you know. I have actually streamed Monster Prom once already. I've done 2 live streams total. One was just a little test stream where me and my friend played Death Road to Canada. The second was a 3-hour stream. These will both be going up on YouTube at some point. The 3-hour stream being, of course, Death Road to Canada on Christmas Eve, because Death Road has certain special events that happen on holidays, and on Christmas and Christmas Eve you can recruit Santa, and I wanted to do that on a stream. So we played that. I'm not going to give anything away. We did get Santa. And a couple other very interesting characters. It's really worth watching. And then I told my friend, okay, you want to see a game even dumber than this? Dumb in a good way, of course. And I showed this friend Monster Prom, and we played that. And that's also on their wish list now, so that could be a thing that'll happen in future streams, us playing, you know, Death Road and Monster Prom together, because they're just goofy, stupid fun. I contacted another friend of mine today, actually, well, yesterday, Christmas Day, and we did a round of Star Wars Armada, because I hadn't actually taught him that yet. I'm going to do another brush up on the rules, and we are going to record a demo of the game from Tabletop, where we're going to do the starter set battle, the learn to play battle as a thing of anyone who wants to, play Armada or play with us. So that was the thing. Oh, my aunt, when I told her that I got all those games, it's like, oh, I thought you'd like take yourself to dinner or something, and I told her, I'm like, no, I don't like spending limited cash on food. Because here's the thing. These games are going to, unless I return them like I did Monopoly, but that was for technical reasons. I always return games for technical reasons. If I buy a shitty game, that's on me. Most of my games are actually vetted ahead of time. Because the vast majority of my games that cost any amount of money, I've already seen played by someone else. So, most of my games are vetted. I don't return games because I think they're dumb. I return them because they don't work. But yeah, basically, if I don't return these games, I'll have them for, well, as long as Steam exists, actually. So, effectively forever. Meanwhile, if I take myself to CC's on this birthday money, I'll have a decent meal, and then I'm gonna poop, and it's gone. I mean, if someone gives me money for food, I will spend it on food. But if you give me money, I'm gonna spend it on, entertainment shit, because I need that to keep my brain from unraveling. And to be perfectly honest, I did ask for a Steam gift card. So, I was gonna spend whatever I got on Steam anyway. But, yeah. I actually ate pretty damn good this week. Because, I may have covered this in a previous, TWiK. I had dinner with my mom. My friend and I went to my mom's nursing home and had dinner with her. That wasn't a good meal, but, I got a call a couple nights ago. I want to say this is on the 20th or so. I got a call from my friend, same friend I went to dinner with my mom. And he's like, would you be interested in going to a dinner with my aunt? It's something for her boss or something like that. And I'm like, is she trying to get fired? And he's like, that's what I said. But the plans changed a couple times, and what I thought was going to be like a fancy-ish semi-formal dinner at a restaurant was actually an informal dinner at her house. I was invited because we'd been Facebook friends for a while. She's heard a lot about me, and she's seen evidence of my warped sense of humor on Facebook a lot, and she wanted to finally meet me in person. And while she'd been told that we have met at the wedding and the funerals and shit, it wasn't something either of us really placed. Because I'd met a lot of his relatives. But when I was there, I was worried. We actually talked about it in the car, like, I'm not sure if there'll be anything there you can eat. And I'm like, yeah, I figure worst case scenario, I can probably puppy dog eyes someone into buying me a French fry at McDonald's, But turns out, when we got there, she had little entrees, which included mozzarella sticks. And Kyrix will take any excuse to eat cheese. And that's what I did. So, I ate the crap out of those mozzarella sticks. Like crazy. And, then there was mac and cheese, which I really only nibbled on. But there's a good reason for that, because when the ham came out, I got a bit of that, then I got some mac and cheese. But the mac and cheese was really goddamn hot. So I went to get more ham, and my mac and cheese was still hot, so I got more ham. And by the time this shit was cool enough to eat, I'd eaten so much ham that the mac and cheese was now too thick to really go in my stomach. Because it was like Velveeta shells with a couple different kinds of cheeses on them. And my stomach was having none of it. It's like, you can eat 6 shells or you can have more ham. And I'm like, okay, I've been promised leftovers. This is coming home with me. Where's the meat? And I did actually get pretty much all the mac and cheese. I found out from my friend yesterday that they actually didn't get any mac and cheese. I'm like, oh, sorry, that's because I took it all. But that was the thing. I got a call last night from him saying, "Hey, apparently we're having Christmas dinner, and you're invited." I'm like, "I like dinner," so went over there. I made off with his Doritos. He had some. I asked like, "Hey, can I get some of those Doritos?" Like, they're probably stale. So I just spent most of the night helping myself to it. The ham came out. I shredded the crap out of that ham. I must have eaten 15 to 20 little slices of ham. And no mac and cheese, but I got sent home with a fuckload of it. Basically, they had these big aluminum-ish, like the disposable tins with the plastic lid. You know what I'm talking about, kind of like a roaster with a plastic lid. And he had one of those with mac and cheese. He just shoveled a lot of it out of one of those, then stuffed it full of ham and sent it home with me. And half a pumpkin pie. Well, or a quarter of a pumpkin pie, rather. Because there was like half a pie left, and he's like, "Take what you want." And I look at him, I'm like, "You have to be more specific. This is me." He's like, "Okay, within reason." I'm like, "Can I take half of this?" He's like, "Yeah." So I did. Haven't gotten into that yet, but I'm excited. It's good stuff. I'm going to be eating good for the next couple days. I got a fuckload of mac and cheese. Ham from 2 different houses, because he opted to give me the ham he got from his aunt, because he's got his own ham. I think they've got another ham in the freezer, even. So, got some of his ham, got all of the ham from his aunt's house, got some mac and cheese, got a quarter of a fucking pie. I'm doing good. Doing real good. But yeah, I'm having issues with my capture card, so recordings of PlayStation 3 shit is going to be slow for a while until I get that sorted out. Like, there will be no Dead Space, Star Ocean's on hold, Metal Gear Solid 5 is on hold, which is a shame, because I've been looking forward to doing both Dead Space and Star Ocean for a while. But what can you do, you know? Star Trek Online is a possibility, especially once I get a job, that I might just fucking take some money and buy premium ships for a person who wants to be player 2 and or 3. So, yeah, my channel's coming back in a big way. My friend's channel's going to be starting up again with his various movie reviews and such. We're going to get on that. I have plans to do lots of tabletop simulator stuff, like games of X-Wing, Attack Wing, Armada, just fun shit like that. Streams will happen infrequently for now. If any of you are interested in seeing a stream or participating in a stream, because right now I see no reason to announce it because it's just me and a friend doing minor shit. In January I will be getting a license, which will open up a couple more options, and it will get rid of the streaming watermark, which is one of the reasons I haven't been announcing streams, because I'm in a very unprofessional place right now, and I don't like that. I mean, granted, I'm not going to be top tier streamer. I barely broke 200 subscribers on YouTube after 4 or 5 years. I'm not expecting to be the next big thing, but I would at least like to look like not a complete ass, you know? Which is funny, because I also don't want to look like I'm half-assing. So, gotta find that nice little middle ground, the 3/4 ass, please. I would like to look like a 3/4 ass. But if you are interested in that, leave comments. Contact me on, what's the word? On my YouTube Messenger or on Facebook. I am on Facebook. The Kyrix LP Facebook thing. I will admit that's a bit of a crapshoot. I check it very infrequently. I'm usually on my personal Facebook, playing various games and posting to friends and copying bullshit and all that shit. But I am trying on the new laptop to be logged into Facebook on that account, so that if someone tries to contact me, that's a thing. I'm trying to be more reachable. I have a Twitter, but I almost never check it, barely ever use it. Maybe that'll change. Probably not. But basically what I'm getting at is, if you have one of the games I have on Steam, all you gotta do is say, hey Kyrix, I would love to play Clue with you. And I'll say, okay, what are you good for? And fuck it, we'll stream it. Or maybe we'll just do a couple test recordings first before I just, turn you loose on the internet. Because if we don't click, it's not going to work as well. And if you're a complete ass, that footage is getting deleted, But hey, if you're cool, we're good. Or hey, me and my 3 friends play Think of the Children, we'd love to have a 4th, I don't know what I'm doing, we don't care, let's stream it. I'm game. If you've got a multiplayer game, well, no, actually, I'm not going to be risky on this. I'm about to say, if you have a multiplayer game code that you want to gift me and then do on Steam, or on Steam and on stream, but my computer's specs are not the best. They're good enough to run my games, but not necessarily good enough to run yours, and I'd really hate to be gifted a code that I can't fucking use. Especially since I don't know how returns of codes work, if they do at all. I've had that happen with Sammy a couple times where she'd gifted me games that I can't play. Like Cuphead, which I can play Cuphead now. I can play Oxygen Not Included now. And boy, have I ever been. I've been obsessed with that fucking game. I'm garbage at it, but I'm having fun playing it. But yeah, there's like 4 or 5 games she's given me, and half of them I haven't had the specs to play, and I just feel like shit. Because she's better off financially than me, but not by a lot, And it really upsets me that my friend thought enough of me to take her limited funds and spend them on me, and they amounted to nothing because I don't have the fucking specs to play them. And I would hate for, a fan or a subscriber or just a random viewer who wants their 15 minutes on YouTube kind of thing to gift me a game and have it go to waste. So if you're thinking of doing that, talk to me. We'll go over my specs and see if it's feasible. But basically, if you can gift me a game that I can play, I'll give it a shot. I can't guarantee that I'll play it a lot, but I'll at least, game with you. I'll try it. I'll try damn near anything once. But I suspect I'll maybe stream once a month, probably. More often if my friend gets into it, because it's a friend I've been trying to get into Let's Plays forever as a co-commentator, and they've been really camera shy, and for whatever reason, when I've started streaming, they've been opening up to the idea, so, I haven't even had to fight them into doing the second stream, which is, oh, cool, I have time, we can do the stream now, So maybe that'll be a weekly thing or something. Maybe I'll start announcing it to people. I do know that the last stream had at one point 3 people watching. One of them was my friend, and I have no idea who the other 2 were because I couldn't bring up the chat to see. I mean, they weren't chatting, but when you're in the chat window, you can see who's present watching, usually, And, so yeah, I have no idea if it was someone I knew or just random schlubs coming in to watch my video. One of them stuck around until the end, though. So there's something. I don't know, maybe I got a new subscriber. I mean, not a Twitch subscriber. I'm not, monetized for that shit. And I don't think I will be, because that requires a commitment that I'm really not in the mood to make. I mean, maybe someday, but I doubt it. I like to think that I'm more of a Let's Player type than a streamer type. But streaming could be, the best way to interact with the fans, and I do like interacting with people. That's, to be perfectly honest, that's one of the major reasons I got into Let's Plays. The other being it gives me focus. I really have become a better gamer because of Let's Plays. Not that it really shows on camera, but trust me, I am a much better gamer today than I was 6 years ago, by far. There just is no question on that, because I have challenged myself to do things. I have beaten games that have vexed me for decades. I have accomplished things I never thought I could. You know, I've beaten challenges that I thought were beyond me. I've 100%ed things that I never thought were possible. I have, it's been great for me as a person. It has made things possible that I never thought were possible. Like Final Fantasy V, I love the game, but I barely ever played it. But because of the 4-job Fiesta, I'm reasonably proficient with the game now. You know, and I have a lot of fun with it. I'm doing the 4-character challenge on Final Fantasy VI, recording sporadically, admittedly, but I am doing it, and I think that'll make me a better player of that game as well. Having to beat the game without magic. It seems really daunting right now, but it could turn out to be so much easier than I thought. Like, I never thought it was possible to beat Final Fantasy V with the spread I had. I just didn't think so. But I did. And I've done it every fucking time I've played. Oh, sure, I had to tweak things a couple times. I had to bang my head against a brick wall quite a bit. But I did it. I have not had a single attempt fail where I didn't beat the game before time was up. And I don't want this to be the first time. So, yeah. It's, I'm excited for that. My channel is going somewhere. It's going, I don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere. And it's taking me along for the ride, and I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic about where things are going. But I actually, one of the games I did get, and I'm so thrilled, because it's a game I've had my eye on for a year or more, a couple years actually. It was one of the early ones that Yahtzee did for Let's Drown Out, which you may recall was the inspiration for This Week in Kyrix. Which I'm pretty sure started in 2014? Maybe early 2013, but basically that was a game that I was aware of when This Week in Kyrix began, and it's called Viscera Cleanup Detail. And it's a dumb fucking game. It's just running around with a mop, cleaning up after fucking first-person shooter characters, you know? But it's oddly soothing and engaging, and I really like it. I played it for a little bit. I didn't really have the time or patience to invest in it at the time, because I just gotten a bunch of new games and I wanted to try this and that and do all sorts of things. And yeah. But this year in Kyrix will not be this game. It will, in fact, be the Christmas expansion of Viscera Cleanup Detail. Because what better way to ring in the new year than cleaning up after a Christmas massacre, right? And I imagine I'm going to have a great deal to talk about, because it has been a busy goddamn year. I'm going to skim through the description files of This Week in Kyrix to refamiliarize myself with some of the things that have happened. But it's going to be a doozy. So, let me talk one more thing. It turns out I forgot to set the timer, the stopwatch, so I don't know how much time I have left, so I'm going to keep it kind of short. But there's one more elephant in the room to talk about, and that is my unofficial birthday party, which only I went to, you know. To be fair, it's really hard to get my friends together for things, because they all have really hectic schedules. Like, my friend basically works full-time as, if not then one of the head chefs in a nursing home. Cooks, chefs, whatever. He prepares the food, you know. And at one point he was like a manager there, and he got himself demoted because he didn't want the job anymore. But that takes up a great deal of his time. My other friend is... Okay. My other friend is in lawn care, and he's struggling to try and get his own company going while still working for the one he's at, and his afternoons are done. Getting him during the day just doesn't fucking happen outside of lawn care season. And outside of lawn care season, he's broke as fuck because it's out of season, not a lot of work, you know. And those are my two main friends that still live around here. And getting one of them available to do anything during the day is next to impossible. And getting both, that's only happened once in the past 6 years, you know. It's been a while. The last time it happened, I think, was when I moved into the apartment. And it's happened one time since on my birthday. Plus, I'd kind of dropped this on everybody the night before, like, hey, for my birthday, I'm going to go on Thursday, and I'm going to see 3 movies, and I'm going to eat popcorn and shit, and you're welcome to come along. I'll share my popcorn with you, that kind of thing. You know, you got to buy your own ticket, etc., because I have no money. But I went to see 3 movies. It was originally going to be 2, and then I'm like, hey, I could probably see this 3rd one if it's showing, and it was. And because I'm on A-list on my birthday, not necessarily my birthday itself, but around my birthday, I gained the option for a free large popcorn with infinite refills and a free large soda with infinite refills. And motherfucker, I used them. I show up there at about, let's see, 12:45. No, I showed up at 1 because I missed the first bus because it was 4 goddamn minutes early. I got within sight of the bus stop just to see it zing past 4 minutes before I had any right to be on that street. Not my fault. I was there early, and it was there earlier. But yeah, I caught a secondary bus. I wasn't just going to walk, but I caught a second bus and got there as the movie officially started, so... First, I saw Mortal Engines in IMAX, and I don't know why people are fucking bitching about this movie. I loved it. It is the most creative take I've ever seen on a post-apocalyptic world. Basically, instead of just, oh, we live out in the nuclear wastelands, no, quantum weapons. And they put their cities on fucking wheels. I mean, that's metal as fuck. And followed that. That was over at around 3-ish. My next movie was at 5, also in IMAX, and it was Aquaman. And oh god, I fucking loved Aquaman. That movie was so fun. I have to see it again. Not because it was awesome, though it was, but because for some reason that was the movie where all the soda caught up with me and I had to get up and pee like 3 or 4 times. So I missed minor, but still I missed scenes in the movie because I was peeing. I mean, fortunately I was right by the bathroom, but still. And I closed out the night by watching Bumblebee in 3D and D-Box. And I really loved it. That was really well done. Bumblebee is adorable in that movie. Charlie's pretty cute. They're fun characters. I just wish the 2 Decepticons, one was named Dropkick. I can't remember what the girl's name was. But their names are never said in the entire episode, or the entire movie. Blitzwing is in the movie, but he's never called by name. Matter of fact, none of the fucking Decepticons are ever named. You can identify most of them, like you'll see Starscream and Soundwave and Shockwave on Cybertron. You'll spot the Autobots flat out, like you see. It was either Wheeljack or Jazz. I think it was Wheeljack. You see Ratchet, you see Brawn, you see Optimus, obviously. And they look like they're supposed to look. They look great. And it's a good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. John Cena was actually pretty good in it, too. But it was a good movie night for me, and I really had a blast. And then I had to walk home. I actually had to walk home in wet socks because it was raining that day. When I went up there, I managed to splash some water in my shoes somehow. I don't know how, because there weren't any really deep puddles and I kind of avoided them, but I guess rain got in my socks. So I'm up there for 10 fucking hours with soggy feet. It just wasn't fun. But the movie was great. The movies were great. I liked all 3 of them. Gonna go back and see Aquaman. Might see the others at some point. It depends on what comes out while they're still in theaters. You know, because I get 3 a week. But it's been a good year. It's definitely been a good week for me. And in a minute, I'm going to stop this footage. And I'm going to close this save file and probably never touch it again. Because generally, I don't delete This Week in Kyrix videos, or save files. But once I stop them, they're probably just done. And that's kind of a shame, to be honest, because this place is nice, but I don't really have a drive to do a goddamn thing. You know, And that's part of the problem with Minecraft, is half the time I would just run around. Accomplishing nothing, just running around. Yeah, that's nearby. Let's end this on a high note. Let's open up a Christmas present. But yeah, I have no focus in This Week in Kyrix most of the time. I've had entire videos in Minecraft where all I did the whole time, yeah, I just barely missed that shit, where all I would do is just run around in circles for like 45 minutes and occasionally interact with something and then right back to running and jumping in circles. And I've been doing it here this whole time. So, as fun as these crafting games are, they're really not good for this format, because these games kind of encourage me to try to do something. And when I'm in this format, I don't want to do something, I want to talk about something. And I think Viscera Cleanup Detail will be better for that, because what I can do is just there. You know, there's no choices. It's not like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I have to find rutabagas to eat? You know, I don't have to worry about food gauges or water gauges or health or any of that shit. It's just get your bucket, use your mop. Get your bucket, use your mop. And when I finish one level, I've got another. And I've got a couple expansions. I might revisit the Santa's Workshop Massacre. I've got some other DLC for some reason. I don't know what it's about, but I've got it. And I think Viscera Cleanup Detail can get me to next year. I really do. Because they've got decent cleanup times and shit like that. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward in general to what I can do. Alright, we're just going to grab everything. Then we're going to get to shore and see what I found. But yeah, Viscera Cleanup Detail really is probably just going to be the thing that I do for This Week in Kyrix in 2019. I mean, it's possible that I'll do Subnautica at some point, make the switch. Like if I run out of maps in Viscera, I might switch to Subnautica. I might switch to Raft. I don't own Raft yet, but I might. There's lots of options. There really is. And Viscera Cleanup Detail lends itself better because there's no resource management, there's no construction, there's no building. It's just me cleaning up shit. Well, blood, guts, and miscellaneous green shit, but I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. And it's a lot better for this format. I mean, just as an example, Yahtzee and Gabe did a whole hour of Viscera Cleanup Detail, and they only managed to clean up like 4 rooms of that place. You know, so I could probably stretch a single map to like 4 to 6 videos, maybe. Because at one point Yahtzee got on an elevator and went up a floor and saw the place was just a train wreck, and he's like, nope, going back downstairs. So yeah, it's something I think it will lend itself very well to This Week in Kyrix. And look for a lot of shit to happen next year. Look for streams, look for Let's Plays, look for me to be guesting on other people's channels, because who knows, Eisen might put up that one project that we're actually going to be, oh dear, restarting soon. How the fuck did I not fall? We're actually restarting the project because he apparently got some time off from the thing that was keeping him from recording with us. And he's got the next week or 2 off, and we're just going to blitz this fucking thing, apparently. Which, hey, I'm game. I got nothing to do until, you know, the 2nd Tuesday of January, unless I get a call from job placement, and that'll be during the day anyway, so who could say, really? But I'm really excited. I'm optimistic. There is a lot of things that are potentially going well for me. I've got a lot to be perky about. I'm thrilled, really. I've got a new laptop. I've got a line on some new jobs. Some fucking new jobs on jobs. Just having employment is an option for me now. I have, again, new life in my channel. It's potentially gonna have something happen in a good way. I have... It's all coming up, Kyrix, is what I'm getting at, really. I've got that going. I've got my friend finally doing recording shit with me. Potentially more streams. Yeah. It's about all I can hope for, really. Aizen and the guys are looking to do more recordings. I might talk them into doing, some of my multiplayer games. And if not, we can do their games. I don't give a shit. I don't discriminate. Gaming's gaming, man, and I'm here for all of it. But, pretty jazzed. It's looking to be... 2019's looking to be my year. Because if I get a job, that's gonna open up potentially another new computer, I mean, I love this laptop, but this laptop could go from being my gaming laptop to being my have fun laptop. And the new computer, which could be a laptop, could be a desktop, who could say, could go to being the new gaming computer, which can do even more than this one can, potentially doing some next-gen shit like this, or like Subnautica, or just, running PlayStation 4 and Xbone games. Not the games themselves, but I mean the PC versions of them, And, yeah. I could, get actual shit. Like I can say, okay, one of the things I want to do is I want to get some money so that I have, like, let's say 40 or 50 bucks of just disposable fuck around income where I'll just buy codes and say, okay, does anyone want to play this game with me on stream? And like, I would love to, but I don't own it. Would you if you owned it? Yeah, here, you own it now. That kind of thing. Just gift people codes to play with. I want to do my Star Trek Online Let's Play, my premium run, with friends, where we all just play premium ships when possible, because Tactical Federation Admirals do not actually have a premium ship. I fucking looked. So if I want to run a premium ship, it's going to have to be something other than a tactical ship. Like, it won't be an escort, it'll be something else that neither of the others are using. Or it'll have to be a mirror ship, which is just the normal ship with different, what are they called? Basically different resource allocations, like plugins. Like, oh, I've got different consoles. Yeah, basically, the consoles are different. Like, they'll take a ship that's normally an engineering ship and give it tactical consoles, and a tactical ship will be geared for engineering instead. That's what the mirror variants are. But basically, they're like, oh, the mirror Prometheus. Yeah, it's the Prometheus with a fucking stripe and more engineering shit. No big deal. And you get them from a fucking lockbox, which is just player cash, so... No, we'll figure out what I'm going to do at that point. But other than that, it's going to be all premium shit. And I'll do a Klingon run where I'm going to play the Birds of Prey. Someone will play Cruisers, someone will play Raptors. The Romulan run will almost certainly be solo. I mean, we'll see. And I'll probably do a Dominion run with a Jem'Hadar soldier and some of their, premium shit, like running their cruisers and whatnot. It'll be less interesting because they start the game at, like, max level right now. So basically I'll have just one premium ship kind of thing. So you're not going to see me like, oh, here's your lieutenant ship, here's your lieutenant commander ship, here's your commander ship, your captain, your admiral, your rear admiral, that kind of shit. That's not going to be a thing. Sadly. But we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. And it could just be the same 3 people in all the playthroughs. I could have 2 Federation friends, 2 Klingon friends, a Romulan friend, and be by myself for the Dominion shit. You know, I don't know. I might potentially get a Ferengi ship. I would love a Ferengi Takora Marauder. I would love to have one of those. For me, not for the Let's Play. I just want one. You know, it's actually not a bad ship, and I do have a Ferengi who is in engineering, and that ship's real good for that, and it would absolutely make my day to have a fucking Takora manned by a Ferengi. You know? But we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. And we're gonna... I can't even see my house from up here. We're just gonna overlook the world and bid this save goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you in a couple days on New Year's Eve for this year in Kyrix. Viscera cleanup detail. And I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. Bye-bye, everybody.